It will be the final final game this year where we watch D'Angelo Russell get a chance to see D'Lo. It's funny. I look back, looking back at that. I was paying attention to it while I was prepping this morning. Looking back, the trade was December 29th. And I think Dorian Finney-Smith's first game was the first game in January was his first game. 30 games the Lakers played since Dorian Finney-Smith became a Los Angeles Laker, since they traded D'Angelo Russell. Lakers are 22-8 in that stretch. Now, I'm not crediting all that to Dorian Finney-Smith. I'm not. But I'll tell you one thing. I don't think too many Laker fans are looking back and questioning whether the Lakers should have made that trade, number one. And I don't even think Dorian Finney-Smith has been the Dorian Finney-Smith we were all expecting him to be. DFS has been okay. He's been phenomenal on the defensive side, but he struggled from the three-point line. I think I saw his stats as a Laker. Let me give you DFS's stats as a Laker. Dorian Finney-Smith as a Laker so far has played 27 games, 6.7 points, 3.6 rebounds. I know he's shooting under 40% from the three-point line, and when he came from Brooklyn, he was balling and I think shooting closer to about 44, 45% from the three-point line. So I don't even think you've seen the best version of Dorian Finney-Smith. I'm a big fan of his game because I just think he brings this toughness, the mentality that he brings. I love what he does on the defensive side. I love the way he communicates. I love the way you could see that just his communication with the rest of the team, they clearly respect him. I love him for all of those reasons, but it's not even like Dorian Finney-Smith. When he got traded to the Lakers, I remember watching DFS when he was in Dallas. The guy never felt like he missed. Obviously, he was really good for them in Brooklyn as well. Comes to the Lakers. I don't think you've got the best version of him. They're 22-8 since that trade. What I've noticed is, even with DFS not playing all that great, I don't see many comments of people saying, hey, Al, you know what? Maybe D'Lo should have been better off on this team. Maybe D'Angelo Russell maybe they shouldn't have traded him. I don't really get any of that. And that doesn't mean D'Lo's not putting up numbers in Brooklyn. I saw D'Lo's last game. Now, I think D'Lo was out for a little bit, but I was looking at Brooklyn's stats. And maybe this is what people will say is these are empty stats. D'Lo, last game against Charlotte, 28.7 assists and 6 rebounds. Those are phenomenal numbers in the NBA. 10 of 18 from the field. But you know what I don't hear people saying? The Lakers shouldn't have made that trade. Why would they make that trade? You got to have – it's so important. They needed D'Angelo Russell. Do you guys hear that or feel that? Because I don't. I don't get that, and you guys know how much time I spend talking Lakers basketball or doing research or anything like that or interacting with a lot of Laker fans. I don't get that at all. At all, I don't get that. Okay, so big game tonight. Got to make it happen. Lakers really, really just based on their schedule of where they're sitting right now, this is going to be very, very important for the Lakers to win this game. Last time to see D'Angelo Russell for the year. Dorian Finney-Smith goes back to Brooklyn where he was. So those are some of the storylines coming into tonight's game. Let's look at some of the comments here. Okay, I think there's going to be a lot of this, and I'm not targeting anything here. These are just what people are saying. DFS, D'Lo every day of the week, DFS. DFS just stands around. Maybe on offense, you're right. But I think that's kind of what they want him to do. Now, I'd like him to give Rui some credit here. Rui's good at kind of slashing. Rui's good at kind of staying baseline, finding pockets where he can get easy buckets. DFS is more primarily on the perimeter. You're right about that. Yes, DFS is a poor man's Vando on D and Rui on offense. He's a really good defender. I don't know about a poor man. D'Lo is a pure shooter, but he's inconsistent at times. People were definitely complaining about the trade in the beginning. I don't know about that. I mean, let me tell you, I wasn't. I was not at all. I was super excited to get a player like. I just thought it kind of changes the whole, it helps change the identity of the team. Because you got Dorian Finney-Smith, and then 3 weeks later, Jared Vanderbilt came back, and you got these two bullies that came in on the Lakers. It's like, where the hell these guys come from? It's almost like it was a trade line acquisition when you got Vando, because Vando hadn't played all year. All right, let's see what else you got here. Brooklyn doesn't miss DFS either. Choice is not even close. D'Lo guarding AR. You might be right on that one. You guys underestimate how good Luka is. Lakers will keep winning. I tell you what, if they're able to be above 500 without LeBron, in a weird way, it would tell a lot about what the Lakers have been all season. It would tell a lot about, it would really just kind of continue to tell the story of the Lakers' identity all season long. And their identity all season long is simple. Their identity has been, they just find ways to win no matter what. That's been the identity of the Lakers, period. They play defense. They play hard. Great effort. JJ's got these guys working tough. But when you lose LeBron, obviously, clearly, things completely change. Maybe we are underestimating how good Luka is, and we'll see what happens. The problem is they just got so many games, so many tough games. And on top of that, I think like we mentioned before, I'm not sure if Luka's 100%. Okay. Did you guys get a chance to see some of the quotes from Mark Cuban? Man, it's kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys find yourself doing this. Let me give a quick shout out here real quick. AR gifted 5 MVP memberships. I'm going to put a link here if you want to be a member. AR, first off, thank you very much for doing it. I greatly appreciate that. Very, very nice of you. A lot of people have done this where they're out gifting memberships to people. Clearly, there's many areas to grow this channel, but one of the best ways to grow it is this organic way where you can become a member. It's $3 a month. Yesterday, I put up some content. It went to members first, then eventually went out to public. I got a few other things this week that I want to do for members only. I want to get their opinion on the channel, so I'm going to be doing that. But it's a great way to support the channel. AR, thank you for gifting out the memberships, and I put the link in the chat here. All right, thank you very much for watching the clip. Just want to give a shout out here to one of our partners, the Wallace Firm. They are official injury attorney of the Sliwa Show and Hoops Talk, the entire channel. If you are ever in a need, and I hope you're not, but some type of serious injury with yourself or a family member of yours, I would like to personally help you by introducing you to the best in the business, Brad Wallace and the Wallace Firm. Also got a URL out here that you can use as well. Just go to wallacewins.com/Sliwa. Thank you for their partnership, and thank you for being a part of the Sliwa Show.